Who knew the secret lives of America's illegal immigrants consisted of the majority of them working in, believe it or not, according to this news article, in restaurants? You wouldn't believe. Critics argue that Trump's plan for mass deportations could severely cripple the United States economy. Since Trump's victory in November, the American Business Immigration Coalition, ABIC, has conducted dozens of in-person and virtual training sessions with over 8,000 employers to prepare for the sweeps. Again, local governments are trying to fight Trump's deportation plan, so it'll be quite interesting to see if they succeed. However, an individual by the name, according to this Newsweek article, named Sam Sanchez, who's the owner of the Third Coast Hospitality and who's a member of the Coalition and the National Restaurant Association Board, believes that the sweeps will focus on deporting criminals. Take a listen. Protecting illegal immigrants by our local government has me perplexed. The economy at this time, particularly dealing with the homeless and the housing crisis, alone is just one that you would think that our local governments would be primarily concerned with. Again, it does involve legal citizens not being able to afford the price of living somewhere decent. All this hoopla about protecting the illegal, undocumented immigrants and putting up all this money and services just to protect them from leaving the country, but at the same time, not even caring about the citizens, just has me just perplexed. Again, I'm just not understanding. Millions, billions of dollars have thus been so far spent on illegal, undocumented immigrants, not alone just in finding them. We're still waiting to see how these raids is going to take place. The money that was spent just to house them up in hotels for months, years, on taxpayer dollars is just ludicrous. The fact that the public is just not more an outrage to focus on, again, legal citizens and housing crisis is, again, perplexing. However, my main concern, living as illegal United States citizens, is to hope that all this energy that's put into protecting undocumented illegal immigrants is applied to, again, myself. If I should ever, I hope, and be in need of housing, I would hope to have this type of energy, resources, again, allocated for myself and others. What do you think?
Migrants sheltering in schools and churches. The new guidance coming from the Trump administration today. This comes after nearly 2 dozen attorneys general, including from New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, filed federal lawsuits attempting to block yesterday's executive order ending birthright citizenship, which guarantees U.S.-born children are citizens even if their parents are not. Fox 5's Linda Schmidt's been taking a look at the guidance on enforcing immigration laws and how it will impact our area, and joins us now live in the newsroom with more. Linda.
Yeah, hi there, Steve. Well, first of all, President Trump, he had promised mass deportations, and today the administration taking a major step.
Those who commit violent crimes in our city have violated their right to be in our city and in our country, and we're going to continue to collaborate with ICE around criminality.
Mayor Adams once again emphatic the NYPD is not restricted from working with ICE when it comes to criminals. Now, the Trump administration is allowing ICE and Border Patrol to go into sensitive areas like schools, churches, and hospitals to arrest migrants.
They want to deport the gang members, the cartels, the sex offenders who have been walking in our streets, on the streets freely.
Staten Island Congressmember Nicole Maliotakis says President Trump is making good on his promise of mass deportations of criminals.
It's my understanding they're going to focus on Chicago first, followed by New York, but I imagine some of it will have overlap and will occur simultaneously.
The Department of Homeland Security saying criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid arrest. But many migrant advocacy groups say the sweeps will target innocent migrants.
People are going to be scared to send their children to school. They might disenroll their kids from school. People who need health care will not go to hospitals because they fear that ICE might go into the hospital.
At St. Paul and St. Andrew Methodist Church on the Upper West Side, their message to ICE and Homeland Security is on the door.
To just show up and say, oh, we just want to look around. No, that's not okay.
Reverend Kay Carpin says the church has been helping migrants with food, clothing, and other services, including working papers, for years. He says not one has been a criminal.
Obviously, if somebody from ICE has a judicial warrant signed by a judge for a particular person who has committed some terrible crime, we would consider that in a different light.
Now, I also spoke with an immigration lawyer who says if ICE does decide to pick up migrants who are not criminals, they will not be deported. He says they will have their day in court. We have a legal system here in this country, and that's how it works.